All right, all right. We got HTA Mastermind marketers coming from all over the world. And it's great to see you guys once a week and gather. Um, as we go through the week and we all doing our thing and we tuning in to Vic and Jason and all the things that we have with HTA. Awesome, awesome stuff. Um, I thought to just open up our hangout this morning with just a little bit of basics, basics as far as mindset, which is the basics for me, and I know for a lot of you, the mindsets and the basics that our mentors, Vic and Jason, present to us. And what I'm talking about is the first one is our resolve. You know, what's our resolve, and do we have that in front of us, and do we read that daily? The second one, as we went through, is what's our personal breakthrough and our goals, and how we basically individually make time to um, read our affirmations and read our goals at least twice a day. Once we get up, and maybe more. Whatever else we build on vision boards like that. But I just thought that maybe we can open up with that and get some feedback, some basic mindset stuff. You guys open to that?
Oh yeah.
Sounds
So,
good.
Yeah, we're all gonna stick to. I mean, I need to stick to the basics to understand where I'm going, and kind of like review. So, anybody can chime in on that if you guys wanted to, just to open up our hangout a little bit. Give us a little feedback on what you guys do for your mindset. I actually I got a Success magazine. I got the prescription. It's 12 magazines that I think I told you guys for $25 a year. And the magazine is hot with the updated information, but they come out with this CD that's free that comes with the magazine, and I listen to that in my car, and so that's part of my mindset too. Right, Rory?
Absolutely. Yeah, I do the Automotive Institute also. I do the 30-30-30. I have actually roped in some accountability partners on that. I have a gal at work and stuff, a couple of people at work that actually do it. And kind of our deal is if any of us miss, then we got to start the 30 days over. So it's not just if I miss, it's if my partner misses, then we have to start the 30 days over. And the reading and all that just really does work.
That's cool. That's cool. And so
The other one,
yeah, awesome.
the other one I do is before I go to bed or as I'm going to bed, I have my my iPad, and I'll listen to either Bob Proctor, Jim Rohn, Tony Robbins, something like that as I go to sleep. So that way my subconscious is getting pounded with positive stuff all the time. And I found it really helps me get into that mood. I know, like just recently, one way to tell if you really need to start pounding yourself with more positive is watch your mood. Are you getting frustrated easy or that kind of stuff? That's usually how I measure myself, is if I'm getting frustrated, if I'm finding myself that anger comes quicker, then I know I need to get back on to reading more and doing more videos.
Awesome, Bob. Anybody else wanted to chime in on that?
I have done the 30-30-30 several times now, and I think it's really helpful, and I need to get back on it. One of the things when I was doing this video that it really helped me was because that little silly video that I did took me forever, because one thing, I've been sick all week and in bed a lot of it and could hardly talk, and I wasn't afraid of doing the video at all, but I sat down and I made a game plan as to what I wanted to say, and I wanted to actually say a lot more, but I was afraid it would be too long, so I just cut it short. But the challenges that I had on doing this video were ridiculous, because I did the video course with Jessica, excuse me, a year ago, and I haven't touched my little video camera since I have a Logitech that I put on my computer, and that's what I use. And I had to figure out how to use it again, and then I had to go out and set up the studio. And I know somebody commented about the backlighting in my studio, and all that was a table lamp on the floor behind me. So any of you can do that. And then I do have a light box that I use, but you can use a regular light source as well to do it and get a similar effect. But so then I had to figure out, you know, the lighting and everything, and then the microphone. I had to figure out how to hook up the microphone so it, you know, picked up that and not the one on the computer. And then I practiced, and the whole time it was in my head. Excuse me, I'm still having a hard time talking. That I will succeed. I wasn't going to fail, and I was going to figure it out, and I did, and I had so much trouble. I finally got the video done, and then I had to figure out how to get it loaded, but I didn't. I had to edit it, because when I was done, then I walked up to the camera and, you know, to turn it off and everything. Excuse me. And so I bought a video program, because I had never done this before. I've only done it on Facebook. I mean, on YouTube. And so it was a whole new learning experience. And it was hard. And it took me probably, I worked on it for 3 days. 3 days, you know, on and off, because, I mean, I recorded it in one day, but by the time I actually got everything done, it was a combination of three days. And awesome. But I finally figured it out. I even posted a thing online in our group saying I can't, you know, I did it, but I can't figure out how to get it loaded. And I just kept going, I can't not do this. I've got to figure this out. So I went back in, I watched a bunch of YouTube videos on every little step, and then I'd go back and I'd try it, and sometimes it worked and sometimes it didn't. And then it finally worked. And I finally got it there. And then I got it on my page, but then I couldn't figure out how to get into our groups page. And I still don't quite know how. Well, I do know now, because I did a share thing and a group thing, and I finally got it in there. And that was the biggest success.
It's awesome. It's awesome. Thank you. Hey, how about a clap for her?
Yeah.
Right.
I was determined I was going to do it, and this group helped.
Good.
Because I'm not a quitter, and I learned. I feel like I could do a video on how to do a video now, and how to edit it and post it. So.
That's a great story of resolve and closing the loop, and we celebrate that for you and with you, Sharon. It's awesome.
Yeah, it was, you know, doing the video, like, I can't remember which gentleman it is, the one that doesn't like to do the videos.
Jamie?
Jamie, yeah. And I thought, you know, that's not an issue for me. But let me tell you, all the technical stuff was a huge issue for me, and it was a huge learning curve. And I felt so proud that I just kept saying in my head, I will succeed, I will succeed, I'm not a failure, I will figure this out. And
awesome.
When I did, I was like, yay. So.
Yeah, I'm with Garen. I mean, you were sick during this time too. You were not feeling good at all.
No,
and you still just hammered away and had that resolve to get that done. And the video came out awesome.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it was one of the days I could speak because I haven't been able to hardly talk. So I've been, but I got on Mucinex and it helped me through it. So that's why I had to wait until I think it was maybe I can't remember if I did it actually recorded it Monday or Tuesday, but it was a day I could talk. So
I tell you, Sharon, that story right there is a powerful story, and I think the rest of us almost need to hear it. If you were going to do another video, I would do one on that story you just said. I think it'd be powerful. It'd let us all know that, hey, we can do this even if we're having technical issues or if we're sick, or just the resolve that you had, I think will inspire people to keep and try and do their videos and stuff. So honestly, I'd love to see a video from you on that.
Well, and it also states like the power of your resolve too. I mean, it's like this is what you want. This is your goal, and you're going to go get it, and you're not going to let anything happen. And that's the resolve that people need to have. And people also often hit that first bump. Oh, I'm sick. You know what? I'll just plan it.
Yeah.
Or I'll do this, or I'll do that. And because you push through it, you say, look, this is the level you have to be in if you're going to be in this for real. And you push everybody to a whole new level, everyone on your list, everybody who's watching you, and that could be a really empowering thing. So, yeah, definitely do that.
thank you. Yeah, I will. It was like a neon sign in front of me. I kept saying, I will succeed. I will do this. I will not fail. Because I have my sheet that I read, and it's like, yeah, I am going to do this. There's just no doubt. I just have to figure out how to make it happen. So.
Awesome.
Inspire me.
Thank you.
Hi, guys. Can you hear me?
Hey, Rory.
This is Rory Wagner. How you doing?
The judge is in the house.
Hey, guys, I've only got a few minutes. I wanted to chime in from work. I couldn't stand not getting on and seeing you guys. But I wanted to give Sharon a big shout out, and Rory Jones too as well. I mean, your videos are great, and keep them coming. And Sharon, your story, I got part of it. I missed part of it. I'm sorry. I'll see it on replay. But kudos to you, and keep it up. And I do look forward to seeing the rest of them. And unfortunately, you guys are getting to see me in kind of a rogue situation. I'm kind of like the cow that gets out of the fence and has to be rounded up. But I've found out that I don't really like to be rounded up. So unfortunately for you, you get rogue marketer on video. So my kudos out to you guys. Keep it up, and I'll see the replay, and hang in there and go on the breakthrough. That's all I got. I'm going to have to chime out and get back at it.
Thanks, Rory.
Thanks.
Thanks, Rory. Hey, Ben, what do you do for your mindset?
So I've been looking at a couple different things. I finished a book. I've been continuing with another book. And then I just found this, so I'm going to share it with you in the chat box.
Okay.
This is a one moment.
Marvelous.
Yeah, so this is a teacher that I had in high school, and her name is Miss Hicks, and she put out this book. And if you click on, I'm not saying that you buy the book, but just click on the box over here, and you can see a preview. And she goes into the introduction about how important it is to study the beauty around us and see, and I'm going to become a little personal here, but become a little more focused on what God's given. And she talks about how seeing a butterfly's transformation helps us define better how we can grow. And she talks about it kind of thoroughly in just like 3 pages. And that's just something that, she was my teacher, so I got a lot of that all the time. It's not something that's not new to me, but it's something that's helped me out recently. And so I would just suggest if you have a couple of minutes to check that out. Other than that, I've been masterminding with a friend of mine who gave me a whole new funnel type to engage.
Cool.
And it's massively a pain in the butt, so I got a lot to do. So I'm trying to put that into effect, and at the same time follow with breakthrough. So, and at the same time I'm applying to jobs galore. So, so I split my days, and we just make it happen.
You're being very productive.
Yeah.
Good man,
Yeah.
good man, Ben, good man.
Yeah. Let me show you real quick. Ba-dum-bum. I think it's this one. Yeah. Here's I built it out.
Enough
Oh my
tabs?
goodness.
Wow.
So, yeah, and I've got more to figure out, because I guess when you're working inside a site suite, if I were to click on this button, it says open pop-up. If I could send me my ebook and I don't put these in, it will still direct me to the next page. This is something Site Suite hasn't figured out yet. They haven't stated you have to fill out those forms, so I would just look out for that as you're going.
Good to know.
Can you explain that a little bit better?
So
Yeah, what was that again?
So Site Suite just says if you push the button, it'll take you to the next funnel or page in the funnel. It does not require them to put in their name and their email. It is not required. Go ahead and test it out a couple times for yourself, but that's becoming an issue, and a lot of people are seeing it. They're talking about it a lot in the Certified Partners HTA Facebook page. So just when you're testing your funnels, look at that. That might be a bit of a pain. Honestly, a lot of us are pre-written to put the information in anyways, but that might be an issue that needs to be resolved going forward. I don't know if there's anything I can do.
So on that pop-up window, you have the setting as next page in the funnel.
Submit form.
Submit form.
Yep, and it will submit the form even if there's nothing in it. Weird little code. So yeah.
If people just hit the button and don't put their email or their name in there, they're going to be taken to the next page anyway.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that's something, it's been called up and support knows about it, but just so you know as you're working on your funnels.
Oh, interesting. Thank you.
I'm wondering if we have to export into WordPress and plug all that stuff in.
I'm wondering if you just need to, if you're in GetResponse or Aweber, is create your own form. Create your own form and put that in. And they have their form creators, and there's a lot of YouTube videos on there that show you how to do that. But you can embed that
into Site Suite.
And so you
into the funnel.
Yeah.
That's probably a good idea.
So it might, it's a little bit more hectic because you have to know the URLs to redirect to when you create the form, but it's kind of a pain. So at this point, I'm just going to go with what I've got. If they submit it, great. If they don't, they didn't really want the emails, and I'm happy they're not on my list. So,
right.
That's fine.
Thanks, Ben. So Gary, what you doing in your mindset on dating teams?
I use YouTube a lot. I've been listening to Seth Godin a lot lately, and I review a lot of my notes. I review summit notes frequently, and anything that I've got from people that, and like Rory, my personal favorite is Jim Rohn. I like listening to Jim Rohn, and I don't read as much as I kind of fall into that category when Jason was saying that people don't read. So I make use of YouTube a lot. That's what I do. And then I also listen to a lot of spiritual teachings as well. And because when things come up like Rory says, or I get a lot of opportunity to practice what my belief systems are and my values. So I try to incorporate those with what comes up in my life, like frustrations, like sharing experiences, technical issues, and I get a lot. I get a lot of opportunity to see what's going on in my own mind and how I respond to things. And I just have a lot of opportunity to practice. And quite honestly, this mastermind is one of the biggest things that I look forward to, that gives me a lot of juice in my attitude. Really helpful going on the Resolve and Succeed Facebook group, and just pick up what people are experiencing, like myself, and how people are solving that. I haven't done a 30-30 recently, but I think in order for me to do it in my habit, I need a accountability partner, quite honestly.
Yep, I understand that.
Garrett?
So I had to do it.
Yes.
I'll volunteer.
Okay. Okay.
Start today.
So, thank you.
Way to go, Sharon.
Today.
Okay.
No better time than now.
All right, Sharon. Awesome.
Lucinda, how you doing? Lucinda, all the way up there in Canada. Lucinda, do you hear us, Lucinda?
Sorry, were you speaking to me?
Do you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, we're kind of like giving you time to share what you do for mindset building.
Oh, well, I do quite a few things. Mostly now, especially like if I'm driving a car or out somewhere and people are really nasty or slamming a door in my face, giving me the finger, stuff like that, I realize there's something wrong with my mindset if I'm attracting this. So then I would start thinking good thoughts and put that, and then everything's fine. One book, sorry, this book is called The Mystic Path to Cosmic Power, and it was Bob Proctor who suggested this book, and he said, don't pay any attention to the title, it's very, very misleading. And it is, because one lady asked me about it, and she says, we don't need any more power in this world. So it really did that way. But this book, if I could only have one book in the world, I would have this one. And if I really need direction, I'll just hold it up to my heart, and then I'll just say, what do I most need to know at this point in time, or whatever it is. And I open it, and this one is How to Smash Barriers and Speed Ahead. It does come up with a lot of good thoughts. But I do prefer to be amused with difficulties in the world rather than pissed off. And if I do get upset, I allow myself to have a temper tantrum. The most severe temper tantrum lasted 3 days. But then, okay, stop feeling for yourself, get on with it. And I just, in spite of a lot of difficulties, Sharon was talking about her problems, and I've been so hit on lately of things happening to me. I took some black seed oil, and I got it into my lungs, and my throat seized up. I couldn't breathe. And if I hadn't learned how to blow up a real tough balloon, these little tiny balloons, by visualization, I would probably be dead. My doctor said there was a good chance I'd be dead. When I got home from the summit, the management sprayed my apartment instead of the one next door. And I didn't know it. It was a few hours before I got home, and I just went to bed, and I kept getting sicker and sicker and sicker until I found out they'd sprayed my apartment. Wow. So it's just been one thing after the other. The latest one was I got hit by a car on my scooter, and like 4 people came, and they protected me from the traffic, and they got me on my feet, and they helped me get all the papers signed about this woman who hit me, and they said, I saw it. It's clearly not your fault, and they just totally helped me with it. So I seem to get a combination of these, and it's like, here we are, we're studying. I want to spend all my time on this course we're taking now, and I'm just finding that it's I'm still managing. I'm just a bit behind where I want to be, but I'm getting it done.
Awesome, awesome.
So
Thank you, Lucinda. And yeah, just was going to ask if you went to the summit, and you just said you returned from the summit. Awesome.
right, yes, I did go. It was fantastic.
Yeah, it was awesome. And we have Jason Shannon in the house. How's it going, brother? You came in just in time. It's your turn to chime in on sharing a little bit of what you do for mindset building.
Oh, I just watch videos, man. A lot of YouTube training, bro. A lot of Bob Proctor. That's how I do my thing, man. Hi,
Awesome.
Lucinda. Hi, Sharon.
Hi.
What's up, Ben? Hey, Garrett.
You still building that website, dude?
Well, thanks to you, man. When you mentioned Weebly, I started doing a lot of reading and checking it out, and man, I started learning a lot of stuff about it. Thanks a ton, bro. I really, really appreciate it.
Yeah.
You
If
helped
you
me out
want
a lot
your
with
own
that area.
authority website, I suggest Weebly.
Yeah,
It's
cool stuff.
pretty
Cool
easy.
stuff.
Cool.
Okay, so figure check out what's the top stories over here, and I don't know. I mean, to me, the top story is Project Breakthrough, man.
That's awesome.
The top story for me, and I know maybe for us guys in HTA, but I mean, we're only on our 5th module, man, and that thing is just turning out to be a marvelous gift. It's almost Christmas for us again, huh?
You know what's funny? I always knew there's something more to it than just, creating a lead magnet and then, start building a list, because that's like the fundamental stuff. But the stuff he's sharing in Project Break, there's a lot more detail and intricate, man. Like some really, psychological stuff you got to think about, take into consideration when you're writing these things out. So I thought it's some really powerful training, man. Pretty awesome stuff out there he's sharing with us.
At least we can actually learn how to make use of our site suite, right, Sharon?
Yeah.
We can follow Vic, and he's showing us how to use site suite other than the training we get from Ben, but it's like we can follow that. Some guys is getting a little bit confused, but if you take the time to either take notes, you can pause the video, you can whatever you gotta do to just understand what's happening. Rewatch them, but
yeah, that's what I do. Repetition. Lots of videos always, man.
It takes me hours to watch his video because of all the notes.
Same here.
Everything.
Yeah.
So his video may only be an hour, but it's like I can spend a half a day on it. So, but excuse me, I have a question. Have all of you gone through day 5, or most of you?
Most of it. I'm going over it again before the webinar started, just taking the detailed notes.
I haven't done it. I haven't gone through it yet.
Well, one of the things that he's saying, I mean, I just finished it last night, but he's saying how we're going to be sending people to our list, and we're going to, on this freebie thing, and we can make money. And my question is, if you just I only have 100 people on my list. So I'm like, I'm not sure how this is working for people that have no list or a very tiny list.
what
Like
do
me.
you have any input on that?
He's looking to show us how. I mean, as we go through this training that I hear, because I heard a little bit of the ending part, is when we fill out the funnel, the funnel 2. He's actually looking to teach us about sending traffic to that. I mean, we got to look at maybe investing a little bit and maybe buying some leads from Click Promise.
Click Promise, yeah.
But I mean, that would be our best bet. And then you can continue to build your list and get new people looking at that funnel, because people are going to look at that and they're just going to jump in.
Well, I thought about that too, they said they were going to come out with some other packages so you didn't have to buy 1,000 at $2 a click. Because I can't.
Hopefully smaller packages.
You can
Yeah.
buy 100, they said. You can buy 100 at a time.
That'll work.
Yes, Linda.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah, you can do that. I've honestly, Sharon, I would look at your open rates more than the amount of leads you got. If you're getting an open rate of 20 to 50%, you might be able to have a few buyers already in that list of 100 people. It all depends on the open rate. At this point, I have a list that's about 1,800 people. My open rate is 8%.
Oh wow!
At best. Usually it's 2. So I'm getting very, very little, and the people who actually get things want a lot of free stuff, and they don't really care about programs.
Yeah, the trainings and the
so I can't. Yeah, so I try to give them a lot of free. Always give them free, but I'm not getting those open rates up, and because of that, I'm dying. So if you've got good open rates, you've got people who are following you that are good. More power.
Sell that list to Click Promise, man.
yeah, I'm working on it.
Yeah.
That's what JJ needs to do. Send that list to Click Promise.
Start fresh. Start a new list. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Actually, I talked to them already.
Did you?
What'd they say?
The list to them.
Sweet.
It's unreal. I had this service that actually feeding me leads, and I'm talking to Click Promise about how they're gonna check it out for me to verify and I guess qualify, because this leads that they're sending to me as like about 100 to 200 a day. And it's kind of like busting my get response account. So I have to go in and remove them and basically just take them off so that I don't pay at a higher rate.
But you're saving them, right?
Yeah, I'm saving it. It's like Rory helped me to understand how to do that, and it's saved on an Excel sheet, and we can export that and send it to Click Promise or wherever we want to do. I'll bring it back on. So how you doing with your PP Master, man? You got your campaigns built up, Jason?
Yeah. Just one keyword campaigns, one ad group, and just mostly focusing on the project breakthrough. And then when that's done, I go back to the PPC courses and just do refreshers and practice campaigns. Repetition.
So what do you guys thought about when you guys heard that Vic was going to offer Project Breakthrough as the free product?
Oh,
that's an awesome lead magnet right there, man.
Yeah.
Dude, you can do that right now. Did you know that?
Can you?
Yeah. So if you have them already on a list for breakthrough engineering or something like that, they've already gone through your funnel, just send them to the Project Breakthrough page without login, and he has a whole introduction video. Like, log out of HTA and go to the PPC or to Project Breakthrough, and he has this really sweet video, and anybody can sign up for free right now.
Wow.
If they're already assigned to you, get them in.
Oh, I didn't know that part. Oh, man. Thanks, man.
I think he's telling some people because it's being built, or he hasn't told anybody because it's not finished yet. But if they're already assigned to you, you have that flexibility.
So is that like is there a URL for that? Projectbreakthrough.com or something? Or it's in HTA?
It's High Traffic Academy /Project Breakthrough, I think. If you go to HTA.com, and so you know how the members area looks for us?
Yeah.
It's exactly the way the website looks for someone who isn't a member. It's just that when they click on the program, it only shows like what they can get and says activate the program. So they can activate it, and they can activate Project Breakthrough for free.
And those
Wow, man. You ninja. No, cool beans, brother. Thank you.
So check that out.
I'll check that out.
We got Joseph all the way from Washington.
Hey, fellas, how's ladies and
Hey,
gentlemen?
Joseph.
What's up, Joseph?
How's it going, man?
How's the
Joseph.
bugs out there? You got the bugs going?
Yeah, I got the bugs going, and I got my Resolve and Speed going too. So we're all going.
All right, man. Give us some of your feedback on what's happening on your side of the world, man.
Oh, man, I'm just, how can I say, excited? Well, I
Yes.
don't want to use the word, I don't want to use the word overwhelmed, okay, because that has negative connotations at this point. But I am just so, I don't know, something, okay?
Dude, take a break. I
Because
went through the same thing.
I'm looking at Project Breakthrough, and I'm wildly excited about that. I'm only up to lesson number 4 so far, okay? Because I wanted to go back and redo my blueprint. I didn't like what I had the first time, so I said, let me go back and look at it again, okay? And the ideas that I'm coming up with the second time, I'm liking them much better, okay? I started PPC Mastery. I think I got up to maybe the 3rd lesson. And, that's about it. But I'm in my head, man. I'm just putting all this together, and it's amazing where we're going as an organization. And I can just see. I mean, when you start talking about what they're putting together with the something that Vic mentioned the other day, a quick promise, what Jason's going to be doing, man, I got to
It's a
tell you,
lot of information to take in, huh, Joseph?
to me, it's the PhD in marketing. Get the masters. This is PhD in marketing.
Yeah.
So I'm working real hard between, killing bugs during the day, whatever, to just try and get it all in. I'm just trying to get it all in.
Yep.
Okay? And that's where I'm at, fellas. Ben, I want to thank you so much for your leadership, and Rory, Sharon, I'm going to tell you something. I'm working to where you are.
Okay. All right.
I'm not quite there yet on the videos, but I'm working it, okay? So,
You're doing awesome, Joseph. You're doing awesome, brother.
Because this is, I'm glad I went to the convention, and I'm glad I had a chance to meet everybody. And Jason, man, you're all right. I like you, man.
We're gonna see each other in Vegas, huh?
I just want to thank everybody for their support, man. Really, just keep doing what we're doing, and I, this time next year, as Vic says, where do you want to be a year from now? Where do you want to be 5 years from now? And
absolutely.
Where do I want to be 5 years from now? Oh my God,
man! Yeah, I feel you on that one.
Because I'm just excited, man. I have to make sure I can do all this. And thank you so much. All right, so that's my story, Joe.
Hey, Joseph.
Awesome.
Thank you, fellas.
I think in 5 years we'll be calling you Dr. Joseph of marketing.
Yes, indeed.
And I just want to put this out. I'm in an affiliate program that I love, and I've already decided that in that time frame, I will be the #1 affiliate in the program, hands down.
Yes.
That's all. There is to it.
Absolutely.
So, thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Just keep remembering, I will succeed, I will not fail.
Yep.
Well, something every day I got something in my phone. Every day, at least once a day, I'll read because Vic taught us about the blueprint. No, not the blueprint. He says, "Who are you?" or something like that. I'm a leader, and so forth and so on. Remember that part? I've written down about 15 or 16 things that I read every day without fail. Okay?
That's great.
So thank you, Sharon. I'm on it. I am definitely on it. Okay. So I just want to make sure that I hold on to the coattails and follow you guys.
There was also a lot of quotes that Jason gave us about not failing that are excellent, and I keep reading those over as well. And I know you all heard them. There's, I don't know, 5 or 6 different ones, and but they're pretty powerful. When you read them over, and it's like, no, you don't have permission to fail. You need to just keep going forward.
Absolutely. Jason said it best. Repetition, repetition, repetition.
Yeah.
Keep on it. Gotta keep on it.
It's like learning how to ride a bike.
There you go. Get better and better. Better and better.
Well, I can tell you, you guys that are techie and understand this stuff have got a big leap over somebody like me that doesn't have that. And when I was in my 40s and my 50s, I was, you know, a lot able to retain a lot more than I do at 70. So I'm just like, you know, I have to read it over and over and go back over it and try to figure it out. And I'm like, why can't I get this? Because, you know, before it was like so easy. And my husband always used to say, especially in our business, how can you remember all that stuff? But you just amaze me. And I'm like, I don't know, I just do. But, you know, now it doesn't stay in there as much.
I thought you were in your late 40s, Sharon. Hey.
Sharon.
I'll be 71 in March.
Wow. What's your secret? You need to promote that too.
You know what my secret is? I love life. I love my life. And I just try to live in a real positive space. That's my secret.
There you go. There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Well, I know that I've kind of taken this point too, and I was, you know, as going through life, and you know, I'm in my 50s now. I ain't no spring chicken, but you know, like what Sharon is saying, and what it is, and that's why we harness the value of our team right here, Sharon. You know, like basically, if you don't know something, somebody else does.
Yeah.
That's why we have young minds like Ben on our team, and we appreciate that. And you know, I mean, really, sometimes to me it's like, I'll take advantage of it. I won't take advantage in the wrong way, but I'll take advantage in a positive way.
Yeah, utilize it. Yeah.
My mind is slower too, and I know that what I can do and what I cannot. Maybe I can do better, and I can give back to the group. But if the technical thing is not my strong point, I'll find the person that, you know, like Henry Ford says, I'll press a button and I'll find somebody who knows what I need. You know? And we're all pointing to Joseph because he knows everything. So
Thanks a lot, man. Thanks a lot.
I thought that that Project Breakthrough offer was genius.
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
It's pretty awesome. It's an awesome lead magnet right there.
Not only for us, but for the company. You know, and because Vic has goals too, you know.
You see how the goal changed from 2,000 to 10,000 people at the summit?
Yeah.
Yes. That's a big change.
Yeah. See, that's what happened because he's working with Jason McLean, so they're bringing a whole different level. So I was like, wow. It's just something totally bigger is going on, you know, behind the scenes that we're not, you know, seeing. But that just caught me off guard when you mentioned that yesterday. So during the program.
Yeah, Project Breakthrough going to take them there, guaranteed.
Yeah.
Big event.
You know what? He basically he promotes the products in Project Breakthrough. So like, awesome.
Well, yeah, they rented out the convention center in Vegas, and that thing is huge, man. So who knows what's unfolding as, you know, this journey we're all on goes, you know. And the cool thing is we're at the forefront at the beginning of it, you know.
Yeah. What about what he was also mentioning in video 5 about where we're going after we finish this and what Jason is going to pick us up.
Man, that really just kind of blew my mind when he mentioned that, you know, because that's a whole different level what Jason McLean brings to the, you know, to the whole program, the whole, you know, HTA community. You know, the guy's been in it for 20 years and he builds and sells companies like, you know, baking a cake. You know, it's second nature. You can tell the difference when they talk. You know, when Vic shares his content and what he teaches, and then when Jason McLean gets on, it's a completely different universe that he's coming from. You know, all this stuff he's sharing, and these are just tidbits, like from, you know, aggregating data and monetizing it. I was like, wow, I didn't know you could do that. You know, so a lot of cool stuff ahead.
Yeah. How many people here have been with Vic right through into the BIM days? BIM, Big Idea Mastermind.
Here.
Yeah, we've been there.
I've been there.
Well, at that time, I think you realized that Vic is, if not the best, one of the best online marketers there is. In sales, he excelled. Then when you started teaching, this is where you'll learn what you really don't know. And I'm watching him, and he is becoming better and better and better at teaching.
Yes, agreed.
One of these days, he's going to be a true master teacher.
I think that's his destiny, is to be a teacher, you know. But I think it's just teaching in this, you know, this industry rather than traditional schools, you know.
Yeah.
I think it's a huge, you know, bonus for all of us.
No.
You know what's awesome is that when you watch the videos, Vicky's talking into the camera.
Yeah.
But he looks like he's talking to he looks like he's talking to the audience.
Mm.
And he
I
has
always feel like he's just talking to me, man.
he's talking to me. He has an energy.
I forget, like, you know, this is everybody's on here, you know, like, oh shoot, you know.
Yeah, I mean, he pours it out, and then to me, I like, this guy ain't no more time for watch TV, man.
Yeah.
With
He's
everything
got that presence about him, man.
he has no time to watch TV, and he doesn't. I'm sure he doesn't because he gives us everything.
Yeah.
He has 6 children with a new baby.
Damn.
6 kids with a brand new baby. And the thing is, I've met Vic several times now. He's very shy in person.
Mm-hmm.
But when he's teaching, he puts his all. He believes in
He comes
everything
alive,
he's
yeah.
doing. And he just comes across, and it was like, when I first met him, it was like such a contrast between the way he is in his personal life versus the way he is when he's trying to teach something. It's like day and night. But he's really kind of a shy guy. I mean, if you watch him, especially the way he interacts with Jason sometimes, and he just doesn't know what to do with Jason.
I agree, yeah. I like that he doesn't have a huge ego. You know, he's very down to earth, you know, and he's just kind of mellow, you know.
Well, he's God-based, that's why.
Mm.
He's very humble.
He is. He's very humble, very, very humble.
He really genuinely cares about improving people's lives.
Yes.
Yeah, I really sense that when he's teaching and sharing, and you can see his passion and his enthusiasm in the videos, and it's just really awesome.
Actually, shy people are, believe it or not, Jason McLean is one.
Mm-hmm.
He's a very shy person, and so is Angelo Lombardo.
Really?
When they first started out, or currently?
A lot of people who are shy have to really. I'm one of those. I was taking an entrepreneur course back in my Bancroft days, and they were asking about our inner self, and I'm saying, well, I'm a very shy person. And they go, oh yeah, you, ha 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 ha. And they never believed me. And then there was a lady from the Chamber of Commerce came in to speak, and she was saying, well, basically I'm a very shy person. And they all looked at me, and oh my God, she is one. And back when I was in Hawaii, an astrologer did my chart, and he says, you are the most extroverted introvert I've ever met.
Wow.
You have to force yourself to meet other people. I've always traveled alone. And that way, if I don't go out and interact with people, I'm by myself. So, yeah.
Yeah, wanted to ask Rory Jones if we could kind of like get your feedback, Rory, as a group and as individuals at this point of our where we at. Everybody might be at different places, but what would be your recommendation on what we work on? What would be your feedback on what we work on to keep us in the boat, man?
I can tell you kind of one of the things I'm trying to work on is, and it's been recent, and so maybe it may be the universe telling me to maybe say this since you ask. It's weird how it's all coincidental. But I've been reading a book, and this book was by another author. It wasn't even an author here, as a mentor, and it was teaching about list building. and about how to be productive. I listened to Jim Rohn, and Jim Rohn says a lot about list building and being productive. And then I went on and I was listening to Tony Robbins the other day, and he was talking about list building and being productive. I was kind of like, okay, that's my hint to start building a list and being productive on that list and setting goals. And now you ask, so I don't know if it's a coincidence, but that is kind of cool. I actually had another friend ask the same thing. So to me, what I need to work on, which wouldn't be bad for the group, I was just about to send it up to Ben, saying, see if he wanted to look at it. Since he's very productive and he's good at list building and goal setting, and I'm not the strongest at that yet, but I like the idea of writing down what do you want in life. So make a list of, I want a car. Now, you can't just put down, I want a new car. What kind of car do you want? Maybe it's a Ferrari, red, leather seating. You kind of write down more details to it as you go. But start off with the basics and just write a list of everything that you want. Who do you want? Where do you want to live? What kind of house do you want to live in? Car. Who are the people you want to meet? Just going through and making that list of things and putting as much detail to it too as you can. Now, in the first setting, I don't plan on putting all the detail to it, but every time I look at it and as I get a picture in my mind, I'll write it down on there. And then goal setting, I think Ben has probably a good one on goal setting, but I really think those two things, if we focus on those two things and then just start crossing off our list, and as you cross something big off, as a team that we all celebrate with that person that the things they've written off that list this week, or if it's something big, even better. I mean, just something where we all just throw that, I call it dopamine, but throw that positivity at that person and just really, celebrate the fact that they got that done. I think would be something maybe we can go with. What do you think, Ben?
I like the idea. It's more. So help me understand. It's more like everybody writes their goals down in one form where we can all see them, and when somebody passes it off, we all can share them on.
Yeah, I was thinking more individually, but it's not a bad idea. I mean, it's,
yeah. I think something on top, even on the Facebook page, we can post when we're ready. We can post, and we can show that when we check them off. Maybe put a date.
Yeah. So individually, so something like the Excel sheets that I did, or the Google Plus sheet, something like that.
Yeah.
I can work on something like that.
I'd say just maybe for this week, if you can, start thinking of places you want to live. What would the house look like? Do you want a new car? If you do, what kind of car? If it's a truck or whatever it is, think of anything in the world that you could have or where you could live. Where would that be? And write it down. And then start putting details as you think about that. Try to write out as much details as you can. It's kind of a, I don't want to go into too large of a lesson, but I think most of you guys have read on this type of stuff, magnetic. You attract that stuff to you. As you think about it, your subconscious actually starts working on trying to get those goals. It doesn't know that you don't live in that house, so it always tries to get you to that house, and it's got to find a way to get you there, and your subconscious just works on that and gets you there. And so it will motivate you to do things that you just never thought you'd do, like my video reading leadership books. I hate reading, but I got excited about this book I saw. Why would I get excited about a leadership book? I never thought about reading a leadership book, but yet I got excited about it because that was something I thought about all the time as being a better leader. So some of the kind of psychology behind it is similar to that type thing. So if we can just all start writing our list, and I'll share mine with you guys when I get it written out. I need to work on that.
Yeah, I think when Ben was mentioning that he might make one a group forum, and if there was something that maybe he could present to us in a different way, and maybe it's something that we could share and track. That would be another way of doing it. But thanks, Rory. I appreciate that, man.
Thank you.
So you know what's interesting? Maybe you guys know, but our Facebook group only got 17 people, which is great. You know, I mean, we have 17 quality people, and so I mean, resolving and committing to each other that we're going to toe the line, we're going to follow what Vic's saying, and we're all going to help each other make that first commission or second commission, or just blast them. But I think that's something that we as a group can work together on. You guys agree?
Yeah, that's exciting. I like that idea. I like that.
And then Rory was pointing to Ben. Ben, any suggestions as far as what you're saying about building a list and being productive?
So when I sat down with so everybody, if you listen to Vic and his resolve and everything you've done for Breakthrough, or even this guy who I talked to who makes easily $500K a year, his goal right now is to make $80,000 a month.
Wow.
That's his goal. He walked me through like this goal setting, like how do I actually decide what I'm doing? And he's like, I charge $15K for this, but dude, I'm just gonna walk you through it.
Wow.
And it's very simple and basic, but it's like if you were to look at your business as a bakery and your business isn't moving, you have a regular bakery on the corner, and what would you do to keep it alive? Your online business is a literal bakery. You gotta go to work. You gotta hustle. You gotta make it happen.
Yeah.
Exact same way. But you have to make that mental shift, because once we get online, we're like, oh, it's online. It's free. It's not free.
Yeah.
It's not free. It's a
Absolutely.
business, and when you treat it like a real business, it's gonna start living and breathing that way. He gave me a whole bunch of stuff on goal setting, but the number one thing he did. I don't mind making the goal sheet, and we can share it, and everybody can set their own. I'm totally cool with that. I'll present that next week.
Thank you.
But just deciding on a number in the future that will make all of that happen, knowing what that number has to be, and then creating a step. You know what?
Yeah.
So you know what? My goal is $14K a month. That's a lot. That's way out there. But at the same time, that means that this month I have to do something. And so it's, like bridging the gap, like Angelo talks about.
Yep.
So this month, what does my step have to be? What does my step have to be each month? You just plan out a basic blueprint, and then each day before you do work on things, and then you write down a list of what has to be done tomorrow. And you just dedicate a certain amount of hours, and you put your blinders on and you get it done. And
laser target focus. Yeah.
That's your job. That's your job. Once you're done with that, you can walk away. But do 4 hours. If you do more than 4 hours, you're going to find you're loving everything, but you're not getting results. Because once you start doing that, once you got everything built, your job is to run traffic, and paid traffic is the best you got. And so one thing that I'm going to really like is I'm going to start running solo ad traffic again. And I have it very weeded out, and I know exactly who I'm going to run through. And I'm going to be sharing my results with you guys. You'll know what solo ads I'm running, who I'm running them through, what results they're getting.
Awesome. Awesome.
So you'll get that. You'll get, if you want to understand the funnel that I'm running, you can do that. What Vic's doing with Project Breakthrough is going to go at the end of this funnel. This funnel segments people into 6 or 7 different buckets.
Wow.
So that way I know, are they dedicated to buying something high cost? If they are, I can promote High Traffic Academy, no problem. If they aren't, I need to go to ClickBank and find something that's like $32. It helps me realize where do I need to focus and who do I focus on it with. And so at that point, then I can start running the campaigns that Project Breakthrough has, so I can then use that campaign for that group instead of hustling with just the campaign. Now I have it segmented, I have my list, and then I can hustle with my list. So it helps a little bit more.
Nice.
So, but yeah, I'll be sharing all that.
Just tie that in, Ben. If I can tie something in with Ben's comments, and since Ben was, it's in regards to your socialite newsletter and your website.
Oh yeah.
That video, I guess it's the first video that you give your introduction that goes down. But what I really like about that video, you were saying is that a lot of us, me included, but it really woke me up, and it really was profound in my sense to say that when we do all things, sometimes you were saying that we do it to entertain ourselves. You know, we kind of like, we have to get out of that entertainment,
Well, I mean, education.
entertaining ourselves mode, and get into income-producing activities.
And this is the one thing that was drilled home to me from this guy that I met with yesterday. He talked about this. He was like, dude, you're living on like, oh, what is the verbiage? 1 minute. I know it, but I don't know it. Information overload. It's like you're living off of that, and you love it. He goes, you're used to it, and so you throw in so much information that you hit information overload, and you've been entertained for the day. But your job is not to be entertained. Your job is not to gain more information. You know everything you need to know. Stop.
Yeah.
Your job is only to use those things that are going to help you fulfill those goals. If you're selling affiliate products, only study what's helping you beyond what you already know for affiliate products. If you're selling consulting, you need to only study that. I don't want you to study any other biz ops. I don't want you to do that. Laser targeted focus and stop the education. He's like, dude, you do way too much. and you do a lot that's not making money because you're entertaining your brain. He goes, that's great to do, but until you're making rethink that.
Bingo.
Bingo.
So watch out for your education factor, because we love watching Vic. He's fun, and Jason, and they're singing and they're dancing and they're having a blast.
I know, right?
And our job is not to be entertained. Our job is to find that golden nugget and say, I'm going to work the heck out of my life on that golden nugget. That's our job. So it was a mind shift for me. So I'm working on it.
Big time. Yeah.
That's great stuff, Ben.
Thanks a lot, JJ.
I love that. Yeah, I was thinking along that line, when we set our goals, I know a lot of people, I think that was awesome what Ben was saying. When we set our goals, some of the challenges we have is how do we reach that goal? How do we get to there? What stages do we need to do? And I think Ben's right. I'd get entertained by education. I really do. I'm just as bad. And so I need to stop and really focus on that. But what things do I need to know to get to my goals? And I think this group would be great for that, because a mastermind, we can really, if I have a goal and I just can't figure out what I need to get there, all of you guys can pitch in. You have different experiences, you have different thoughts, and we can almost lay out there's how you're going to get to your goal by doing X, Y, Z. So let's say my goal is to create another landing page. Something, it sounds simple, but it's difficult for others. Each one of us have some experience in creating landing pages. We can give that kind of, first thing you need to do is know your audience. Then second thing you need to do, and we can kind of line it out for each other. I think that'd be a big help if you guys are up for that.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. Yeah, that would be awesome. I like that.
One of the things when I was making my video, and I was talking about you need to know your customer, and as I was talking, I made the statement, you need to be intimate with your customer like they're your friend. And that just kind of spilled out of my mouth, but as I was saying it, I was like, that's a really cool concept. Because if I think of this person that I'm trying to sell to, and I can think of them as a friend and be more intimate with them, then it allows me to get more details in my head about who they really are and how best to be able to promote to them.
That's true. That's true.
So true.
I've been in a lot of multi-level marketing skills kind of a thing, and when you call up your friends, especially your friends, when you call people, I've tried to put myself in a mindset that I'm calling them to help them. Yes, we want to make money. Yes, you want them to buy, but to be able to put yourself in a position where you can call them with feeling good, then the mindset needs to be that it's It's a good thing that you showed because I had the product or the service, so I thought it was a good thing. But like you're saying is that, in fact, I just was listening to interview with Frank Kearns yesterday, and he said the exact same thing. He said, treat your customer or think of the person that you're talking to as your best friend. He said the exact same thing, Sharon. So you're right. It's the mindset that you said, and what Rory said is the audience and who we're addressing. And we have a good feeling, and we have good intentions. And when we come, it's going to come across. That's why in the video, right? It's going to come across the intentions, the feelings. So exactly what you said on what we need to do.
If I can put in a little thing, something I learned. You know how we keep hearing about how there's bad traffic out there, especially with solo ad providers.
Yeah.
And they keep going about how to filter it out, and they talk about e-verify, and no one can get it working. This guy who I talked to yesterday was like, dude, stop e-verify. What you need to do is just have a pop-up opt-in. He goes, because they cannot fill those out. When it's a robot, it doesn't fill it out. The end. Fix. So I thought that was interesting. So I'm going to be trying that, seeing how that works.
What was it? A pop-in or a double opt-in?
A double opt. So you click on on a button, and then the pop-up appears for you to put in the opt-in form. Because it requires the 2 clicks, robots aren't built that way, and they don't know where the opt-in is and how the code works all the time. So it helps you filter that out. So it could be another step. So,
awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. Hey, before we move forward, I just wanted to let you guys know that we have a gentleman. His name is Jamie Catlett. He was with us in Anaheim, sitting down on our table. Hey, Jamie, how's it going, man?
Going okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Jamie is from Hawaii, in Honolulu.
Hi.
You must
Hey,
be,
Jamie.
Nice to meet you guys.
You must be sitting in traffic right now.
I just got to work.
You want to introduce yourself, Jamie? To say hello and what's your connection to Vic Strauss?
All right. My name's Jamie Catlett. I live here in Hawaii. I've been following Vic. When I first got online, I was turned off by a lot of scams and stuff, but I was attracted to Vic because of his personality. You know, he wasn't trying to burn everyone. He was just giving value. So I first saw him with High Traffic Academy 1, and I just kept following him, and I ended up going to Anaheim, and you know, I've been totally happy with everything I've seen, and I just really resonate with his personality. And just now that he teamed up with Jason, you know, he's just seen what, you know, collective what they can do, you know. So it's High Traffic Academy on steroids now. So
I know.
Yeah, we were at Anaheim, and you know, it's a great thing that we went to Anaheim. I mean, we became certified elites, right?
Right.
You know, we're very fortunate over there, and Jamie's from Hawaii. He's a busy young man with a young family. You know, it's not a best time for him to jump onto the hangout, but I kept on maybe just sending him the link and see if he had time, man. Thanks for dropping in, man.
I appreciate it. I just pulled up in the parking lot, and I had a few minutes left before I had to go in. So.
Well, don't let us hold you up, bro. You know. Thanks for dropping by, man.
Well, since you're on, you're gonna stay on a little while. Maybe you can we can have maybe just introduction of a short thing for everybody. And we have Ben over here. Hey Ben, can you introduce yourself?
So I'm Ben. I started following Vic with Big Idea Mastermind in June 2013. I've been working online. I like building funnels and lists like crazy. So I'm the technical kid in the mastermind group. So welcome.
Then we have Gary.
Aloha, Jamie. This is Garen Balbarons. Yeah, I'm here in Redondo Beach. I've been following Vic since January 2014. Really digging it. Love this mastermind. Really good group. If you have time to check in at any moment or follow the replays, I think you'll get a lot of value from it. And we look forward to your contributions as well, brother.
Yeah, Garen was
All
in
right.
Garen too. That's how I met Garen too, right, Garen?
Yeah, that's right.
And we have Jason Shannon from Utah.
Hey, welcome, Jamie. Well, I'm Jason. I've been following Vic since last year in May when I decided to take this seriously. Welcome to the group, bro.
All right, thank you.
We have Lucinda from Canada.
Hi, Jamie. If
I
you
listened.
someone who has been there as long as I have with Vic. I also was at Anaheim as well as this year's one, and I feel that Vic's doing amazing things. And so it's good to see someone that's been there that long, because we really have seen what he's gone through to get where he is today.
All right.
We have Joseph from Washington, D.C.
Hey Jamie, how you doing? I just want to ditto what everyone else says. I've been following Vic for about I don't know 2013, 14, something like that. And like everyone else, it doesn't value to be able, and he just lays it on the line. And just let you learn. So one day I go, I can't. Just welcome to the group, man. Looking forward to working.
All right, thank you, Joseph.
Yeah, Joseph's a busy guy too. He's in his car also. And we got Rory from Utah. Mr.
Hey,
Rory.
Jamie. Hey, I'm started with Vic probably back in 2013 sometime. I can't remember exactly when. For the group, I kind of like the psychology of selling, so I studied more in that area for me, and it's been great to have this group. It's a great group, and I'm glad you're joining us. Hopefully, you can join us a little bit more. I'm sure you're going to have a lot to contribute.
Right. It's just the traffic every morning. So you may see me more like this, but.
And we have Sharon from California.
Hi, Jamie.
Hi, Sharon.
I started following Vic before Anaheim, but went down to Anaheim, and that's where I became the certified partner like the rest of you, and I've been following him ever since. It's amazing to me the growth that he's had in following him. One of the things that frustrated me about Vic was he got so excited about things, and then he wouldn't follow through on them. A lot of his projects, he just dropped.
Yeah, kind of start and go, like Mission 1000, huh?
Yeah. Well, Mission 1000 and quite a few other ones.
Yeah.
But what encourages me and what we encourage you with this group is you can see that when Vic hooked up with Jason, the difference that it's made and how it's brought out the best of who Vic is. And I think that's what this group is doing as well. So it's a good comparison to see what Vic was then versus what he is now, and who we were as individuals, but coming together, being really strong and helping each other. So anytime you can get in on the group, pop in.
All right.
Hey, Jamie, we have a Facebook group that I think you're in, or I'll add you in. It's just a couple handful of us, you included, that we post replays, and also anybody that has any contribution, they post anything over there. I mean, relative. So just wanted to let you know it's Resolve and Succeed Mastermind.
Right. I haven't been able to contribute much to it, but I'm gaining a lot from it. I watched Rory's last night, and man, that was a good testimony. So there's a lot we have to share with each other that we can learn, and like iron sharpening iron.
Yeah, agreed.
Great. At least you're experiencing the Facebook already, but awesome, man. Thanks for joining us, growing up. Like you said, anything you want to contribute on the Facebook or reach out to any one of us, please do, man.
All right, I appreciate it. You know, it's good to have a family and resources that we can pull from, and hopefully I'll be able to contribute more than I take. But I'm really glad to have the opportunity to join everyone.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Welcome.
Right on, brother.
Hey, I wanted
Listen,
to
guys,
go ahead, Jamie.
I just want to let you know I gotta get into my job, gotta get into
Yeah.
work. But,
Do your thing, man. Don't let us
I
hold you up, bro.
appreciate it. I thank you all, and man, nicest group of people, all in one little iPhone. Anyway, I wish you all the best, and I look forward to
Awesome,
some more
Jamie.
success with you.
Take
All right,
care,
make it
Jimmy.
a great day, bro.
Together, bro.
Take care.
All right, take care. Bye.
Hey, I wanted to say something about Project Breakthrough and kind of my experience with that. You know, we talked about generating commissions this month. And I don't know about you, but I think I misunderstood when we started Project Breakthrough on November 3rd or 4th that we would be generating commissions in 14 days. And I got the idea a few days ago that that wasn't going to happen. That it seemed to me that it seemed to me that Vic was building the program as he goes, that it isn't
Yeah.
completed in its entirety yet.
No.
And for me, I felt a little bit misled, especially when we did the my personal breakthrough. Now, granted, I totally appreciate Project Breakthrough. Don't misunderstand me with that. But when I submitted my copy and I posted it, our first commitment was, what will you able to earn in 14 days?
Right.
But when I realized that wasn't going to happen, I totally dropped the ball on that and moved in another direction. So right now, my focus is I'm building a funnel for PPC Mastery, and I'll have it done in 24 to 48 hours, so I can generate commissions this month. And I don't know, I just kind of wanted your thoughts on that. I mean, also, like what Ben was saying, I haven't been on any of the Hangouts the last few nights because I've just been focused on getting this funnel, this landing page up and running so I can start driving some traffic and get people in the funnel and generate some commissions this month. So that's what I wanted to share with everybody, and I just kind of wanted your thoughts on it.
You're my hero, buddy.
You know what
I think that's awesome.
when I looked at, I'm in the same position, and I too was a little disappointed, but I made a decision to think differently. And what I said to myself was, instead of looking at it from point of view in terms of what he said, was it 15 days or 20 days or whatever, I said, well, you know, at the end of Project Breakthrough, this is what my goal is going to be. Okay. And I don't know when it's going to end. And I think what's happening is that he may be adding stuff that he didn't intend to add as he goes along. Okay, so it's kind of like a benefit for us. But at the same time, you know, I understand what you're saying, Gary. I really do. I'm looking at the big picture of where we're going as a team and as a company.
Yes.
I can absorb that. Okay, it might not be 14 days. It might be 30 days. I don't know.
Yeah.
But what I've done, again, is I've adjusted my mindset. I've said, you know, at the end of the project, that's what I'm going to be able to do. This is where I'm going to be today. Because then, I have everything I need. Right now, I don't know how that's going to play out. So it's just a mindset adjustment for me.
I'm totally with Joseph on that one too. I'm just going along with the journey, you know, just going with the flow of things and being flexible and just adapt to the changes. Because yeah, the 14 days is kind of out the window, so just going with the flow. You know? Project 30 Day, you know?
I think he meant for it to be 14 days. He really wanted to have it every single day.
Yeah.
But once he
executive.
realized what he could do with Site Suite and how he could share the funnel and how he could do this, like the idea got bigger and more grandiose, and it just
That's kind of what I
became
got off
heavy.
it too.
It became heavier. So if you're keeping your 14-day challenge to yourself by pushing yourself harder, dude, do it.
Go for it, bro.
Otherwise, hold on. It'll keep coming.
Because it is getting deeper, man. The stuff he's starting to share and these other strategies, like, oh wow, I didn't know you could do this, and connecting that, and so it's pretty cool.
Wow.
I also had similar thoughts that, you know, when I made my game plan, I'm like, oh my gosh, in 14 days I'm actually going to be able to get some money coming in. And then Vic did his norm, which is delay.
I disappeared there for a little bit.
Yeah, delay things. And I was like disappointed. And then I said to myself, you know, this is crazy because this is just who Vic is, and he has such good intentions and such a good heart. And the fact that he's doing this for us, I really appreciate that. And the reason that he's late in doing this is he's trying to put so much more into it. And so to accept that gift, you know, what difference does it make if it's a few days later?
Absolutely.
You know, and I'm not going to get that commission in 14 days. But, you know, he's hardly sleeping. He's got a brand new baby at home. He's doing all this stuff with Jason, you know, so much that we don't even know about yet.
A lot of behind the scenes.
I mean, I don't know. To me, I just marvel, man, because I don't know how he does what he's doing. I mean, his family life is one thing, but everything that he's doing with HTA is mind-blowing to me. So, you know, I was disappointed, and then I just tried to turn it around and think in a positive note as to, you know, what are the benefits that we're going to gain from him delaying it. And so that's where I'm at. I looked at my thing and I'm got, okay, I was going to make $500 in 14 days, and that's not going to happen. But I still have my 30-day goal and I have my year goal. And as long as I make it to that end goal, that's really, if it takes me longer, it's taken me this long, 2.5 years in this industry trying to figure this out.
Yeah.
And I now really can see that I'm going to be able to do this. And it's, you know, so if it takes a couple weeks longer or a month longer, I don't care. I'm just going to follow through and look at the positive side. And we're getting so much more out of this because he's putting so much more into it that he wasn't going to include. And we're so fortunate to be able to have this opportunity that, you know, I just accept Vic is Vic, and he seldom is on time with things.
My take for you, Garen, is, go ahead.
No, I agree with. I totally understand that. One of the things that Vic is really an expert is creating positive expectancy. Now, I wasn't thinking only about myself, but I'm thinking about some of the new people. On that call when they released PPC Mastery, him and Jason were saying that this is going to be the biggest month ever for people. You know, so to create a positive expectancy, I think the way that he could have kind of pre-framed it would just be something simple like, you guys, this is the beta group. It may not take 14 days, or even just say, I haven't put the whole program together because I have so many ideas that I can bring in. I think that would have been, I think that would have been a very skillful way to kind of amend that. But I appreciate it. I think that this is going to be a killer program, and it is. And I appreciate it now because now it's pushed me into the direction to do my own thing. You know, where he says don't rely on anybody, don't even rely on me.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So I've just taken what I've had and I'm building my own thing, and I think I'm gonna make it happen this month, no doubt.
Awesome.
I like that.
Good for you,
Vic always says that too. Not even to rely on HTA, him, or Jason, but you know, this is the teaching stuff, the learning curve. We all have to be patient with too.
Right.
So
But then how long is a day? In the Bible, they said the earth was created in 7 days, but how long was each day? We're actually at day 5 in this course, so it could possibly happen in 14, 15 days, but that's days of the course.
Yeah, not consecutive days, huh?
I'm really disappointed with Vic because I understand how this is going. So it's just, how many days is it? I put my plan as to 3 months. I didn't make it any earlier than that because who's to say? I mean, look at all the other programs that started. For those of you who went to the summit, this last summit, you saw how many new things they started. And so we're just getting into too many things. And a lot of things, like, I thought we were promised a special funnel for certified. Has that happened yet?
Probably down the road, eventually. You know,
TDE is our special funnel. No one else has access to TDE.
And then I think they're having a shorter version of it too. So
Yeah,
I think in due time, all of these other stuff, you know, they're putting together will start rolling out for us.
Well, everything's been happening, and it just is taking much longer. Well, it always is. Vic's the type of person who is really good at starting things. That's why they brought Tracy into it. How can I keep them in better line, and I seem to be keeping them in better line. Just have be more realistic on this than Vic. But I trust him to bring all this great stuff. Look at all the new stuff, as you say, he's put so many new things in there. That he hadn't planned to run them. That's the kind of person he is. He's going this way, and he says, "Oh, just got this idea. This will do it better." Not implementing it. I mean, Jason has made a few comments about, "Oh no, we got to do it Vic's way."
You see what I like about Project Breakthrough, like the stuff he's teaching and then what he changes around. The stuff he pays, I mean, he charges his high-end clients. And, you know, we get this stuff for free. So, you know, all we got to do is just kind of go with the flow. And, yeah, you know, it's not going day after day, but it sure beats coming up with 25 grand, you know, and just, you know, be off a couple of days. And gives you more time to review the stuff and practice more on the other, you know, projects and trainings we have. So that's how I look at it, you know, rather than, you know, getting flustered when things don't go on time. Plus, I'm used to island time, and we always do things like that, man. JJ probably understands that too, you know.
Yeah, my thing with Project Breakthrough is just be prepared for the next video, man.
Yeah, that's it.
Make sure I'm doing my part, because make sure I do my homework and I understand. And like I said, what I do is I pause the video and I kind of like write down everything he has on his sheet, and
I do exactly that too, like JJ. Yeah.
Pops up as far as the training, and I mean that's a way for me to I guess absorb the information, but just to be prepared so that when he's ready for the next video, we right there ready to go. Yeah. That's my.
Because you don't always catch everything the first time or even the second time, you know. Because even when I'm watching the videos, I go on thought trips and then I come back and I know I missed something. But the third time I watch the video, I catch something like, oh, I didn't know this part then. You know, just writing these notes and bullet points down, and so then just, you know, enjoy the journey.
Even with the, it's funny when you said the journey. Even with the journey line, stepping blueprint form, the journey. He last night he was talking about that's what you put into the content. You remember? You know, so that was like cool.
See, I missed that last night when I first watched the video, and I was going through the video again, and now I'm starting to write this out so I could understand it better, you know. So I think it's cool that we kind of have these days, you know, in between where there's nothing new coming out.
Yeah.
We can really dive deep into what we currently have. For those of us who are slow learners like myself, you know, I gotta watch it 3 or 4 times, you know, for it to kind of stick. So.
Yeah, if it come out each day, I could never have kept up with it.
Yeah, I know I would have fallen behind if it was back-to-back days too.
I would have too. It really gives you a chance to go through it, and like
Be
day
thorough.
4, I spent 2 days going through day 4 because it was so detailed,
Yeah.
and I actually appreciated the time in between.
Yay to Vic.
I think Vic must have been Polynesian in another life, man. You know, with his time schedules, man.
Yes.
Yeah,
So I have a question. We said last week we were gonna, take turns doing videos, and I haven't heard anybody bring that up. So is anybody else wanting to do videos? And next week is Thanksgiving, so are we gonna meet next week or?
Good point.
Me
I'll
and
do a
Corey.
video. I'll do a video.
Yay.
Cool.
All right, I can't wait for that one.
I'll do a video.
I just throwing it out there to challenge you in front of the group, of course, you know. You want to do a video on goal setting?
No, I have an idea. I'm gonna do. I'm doing a video series on Project Breakthrough.
Ah,
So I'll do my
Nice.
I'll do my first video as like the overview of what the program is about and who's teaching and so forth and what people can expect through the program.
Sounds good.
So are we going to meet next week? Or are we gonna change the date so we can meet, or?
Yeah, whose house are we eating the turkey at?
Maybe we can meet on Wednesday.
Yeah, let's meet Wednesday.
Okay.
Sounds good. Hey, Ben. You there? Do you want to do this video too?
I was wondering about that.
You got a lot of focus going on right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I'm not sure how much I can focus on. If I'll try. I'll see what I can do.
Okay, I was just thinking on like goal setting or something like that. If you
Okay.
something you know more about, unless JJ wants to do it.
Up to Ben. If Ben will write them down already.
I like it.
Okay.
I have a question for the technical people in here. So let's say that we have our total domination engineering funnel, and we want to create our own custom wrapper. Do we have the capability to bypass the landing page that High Traffic or that Click Promises is offering, but still have the funnel coded to us?
Yes.
For example, yes?
Yeah.
How is that done?
If you go into the Click Promise and then go into the campaign part, he's
Yeah.
actually broken out the websites, links to different like videos and sales page and all that. So he's given a link to that. So you just put it on your where you go to the next page after they do the opt-in after your funnel.
Yeah.
And they'll go to that instead of his landing page.
Yeah,
So it would go to like the first video
Correct.
in the funnel. So where is that again, Rory?
That should be in Click Promise. Help me out with this, Ben, but I think it's in Click Promise. And if you look in the campaign section, they'll have the links to the different sections of his funnel.
And that's not available for TDE. That's available for a couple of different ones that he has. I don't think it's available for TDE. So what I've done is I've signed up for it, and I've gotten my own links, so I know what my affiliate link is. I don't know if that works. I really don't know. I haven't tested it.
I see.
They got some cool products in Click Promise, huh?
Yeah. I always thought, Rory, that in order to get somebody... Sorry, Lucinda?
Responder, in order to build your own list, don't you have to put it through your autoresponder as well as Click Promise?
So it depends on the campaign. You know, I mean, Project Breakthrough, if you set it up in a High Traffic Academy affiliate area, when they sign up for that, you get the link for the contact as well. I don't know if that works for the rest of the campaign. I don't know. I think they just kind of said we need to get this out, so they got it out. And I'm not sure if the person is connected to your, is connected to you if they go just directly to video 1. I thought they had to I thought they had to register.
Opt
I'm
in.
not sure, Rory. You were
I
there
think,
when we were talking about it.
yeah. I think I'll give Stefan a call at Click Promise to get some kind of clarification on that. Because what I'm thinking about is like if we have funnels, you know, like he's showing us in Project Breakthrough, where the person they don't opt in, and you give them a pop-up window and you give them another free gift. That's what I was thinking about doing with the funnel that I'm creating for PPC Mastery, is that if they don't opt in, then give them the opportunity for the free gift for some advanced training on the Total Domination Engineering funnel. You know what I mean? And bring them through that way.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I was just looking at the Total Domination, and yeah, he has the sales page, landing page, the payment page, and then just landing pages. I don't see where the first video is. So yeah, you probably have to get a hold of Stefan.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Yep.
I have a suggestion. Are any of the rest of you having issues hearing people because of all the noise in the background?
I'm good here.
Because when several of you are talking, I can hardly hear what you're saying because there's so much static going on. But what if we all muted ourselves unless we're the one talking, and then we can hear the other people better? And I know some of us are wearing earbuds and some aren't. Are you guys hearing all that static that I am?
Not hearing anything.
I think it's Joseph.
Yeah, I think it's Joseph.
Not to be rude, Joseph.
Yeah, because it's like you guys have such valuable information, and if I can't hear you, then I miss out.
Yeah, all you got to do is mute yourself, Joseph, and I think it'll be good, man.
Yeah.
He may not be there.
And he may not be getting a good connection. That's why we may not be hearing him, and he may be intermittent.
Yeah. Anyway, just a suggestion, because you guys have said some things I really wanted to hear, but I couldn't quite catch it because there's so much static.
And when we talk over each other, it like fades certain people out, and yeah, it's kind of a funny system.
So are we good? Are we good? So we're meeting up next week Wednesday.
Yeah,
That's
I think
one
we're-
thing.
Same time?
Same time. Yeah, same time, 10:30 Eastern time.
Actually, JJ, that would be 9:30 Eastern time, I believe.
9:30.
Yeah.
Well, if it's the same time as today, it'll be 10:30 Eastern.
It's 10:30 Eastern?
10:30,
Okay.
yeah. I'm in Eastern.
Yeah, so same time. It's 5:30 my time and whatever time you guys time. But we'll see you guys next week Wednesday. And any closing remarks before we go?
All good.
Garen, are we starting today?
Yeah.
Our 30-30-30?
Yeah.
Okay, are we going to do it where if you miss something, then we have to start over, or if I miss something, we have to start over?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, let's do it that way.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So we got Ben and Garen doing a video for next week?
Yes, I am.
Sweet.
Hey, thank you everybody. Appreciate you guys' time, and we'll just clock out and appreciate everything. I'll put a copy of this on the Facebook page, and anything else that you guys need to communicate with us, go to the Facebook page, man.
Sounds
All righty
good.
then. Take care, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Aloha.
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 Hey, Rory.
I'm staying on with you.
All right. All right, yeah.
Yeah.
How you doing, man?
You're so good on these calls. You
Always.
seriously run a good call.
Brother Jason over there hanging with us. That sounds good.
What's up, man?
All right.
And Jason was meeting with me and my girl